South side of Chicago. What was it like? It was a lot like a school, and I guess sounding cliche, it literally was that a school of hard knocks. I know that sounds corny, but that's exactly what it was. When I think of Chicago, and no particular look or feeling about Chicago is absolute. It changes with the person. Shit, it probably changes with the situation. You know, a lot of like I talk about how I miss Chicago, how I miss it, and it's because I left young, and that plays a big part in it. But it's even with the crime, even with the gang culture. Sure, it's a scary place to live, but it's like once you're there, it's almost like you know how to navigate. And I know that might sound crazy too, because if it was that simple, then a lot of people would still be alive. There's no absolute image. And does it bother me you know when I hear about the crime and when I hear about all those things? Sure, it hurts. You know what I mean? Leaves me also scratching my head a lot. Something's not right. Sometimes I feel like maybe the police are involved. There's just way too much. It the police presence is just way too big for there to be so much crime. You know what I mean? It almost feels like somehow maybe the police is involved. And I know that might sound pretty far-fetched to most of the people who's probably hearing this right now. But see, that's part of my purpose right there. Because, I have the honor and the pleasure of schooling our youngsters about what they don't even know it. All of this, you know what I mean? It ain't real. All of this it is the trap. And rather than them becoming, adults totally oblivious, that's, I come in right at that moment to take them out of oblivion and make them hip through the game of chess about what's really going on out here. The conspiracy against us, the mental warfare. It's my purpose, man.
This is incredible. I want you to share the moment that the light bulb sparked for you to transform your barbershop, into a space for development and mentorship of Black boys.
That's a great question. It doesn't necessarily come down to a moment. If anything, it was like a series of events that led me here. The 20th anniversary of the Million Man March happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go to the first one in '95, so I went to this one. What really got me at this particular event was what I saw. And what I saw was the one thing that people tell you that'll never happen. You can't get Black people together. But I went there and it was a sea of Black faces as far as my eyes could see. It was the most beautifulest thing I ever seen. I'm still hot. So the march is over, and then once again I'm taking a look inward, and I'm like, what can I do? Like, what now?
Yeah.
What happened was a fire was lit.
I'm funny, creative, and very athletic.
My name is Ricky. My favorite piece on the board is the rook, because why I like it is because it's like a mini queen, but it's easier to move. It's not as valuable, so I don't have to worry about anyone taking it really, because you have two, and it just feels like my type of piece. So what I learned since I was here, I learned a lot. Chess, like when I first came here, I didn't get chess at all. I kept losing games. I keep losing, and then eventually one time I came, and I was just like, I had the mindset like I'm gonna try to win a game, and so I went up against my best friend named Jalik, and I beat him so bad that I actually made him cry. I feel more open to talk to people because at chess club, I do like a lot of talking because I'm like a comedian there.
So goes on my on Safari. It looks at my search history.
What's in your search history?
My mom basically looks for you for a shoe, right? And then so like she.
Stuff that I wish that would happen in chess club. I know Brother Rashidi does his best. I'm not gonna lie. I love him. That's my dude, bro. But I wish we could go on more field trips, really. Cause like since I've been here, we went on like 2. We went on 2, but that's it. That's really all about the field trip. But everything else is good. He gets us school supplies. My parents approve of him and everything. He disciplines us well.
You're slowing down, man. What's going on? Let's go, Ricky. What number you on? Eh? All right. No more funny sounds, huh?
And the president and vice president, they do their best. And really, just all I'm trying to say is the chess club is just all overall great place.
Chess club is dang, I can say. Oh well, hello there. Today I'm going.
Come on, man.
Peace. My name is Ricky, aka Lumumba. Yo. Oh, I messed up.
Go ahead, try it again. Try it again.
Try again.
Ricky, club named Lumumba. He's not the oldest member in the club, but he's been here the longest out of all active members today. I named him Lumumba after the great Patrice Lumumba. Before the American government had him assassinated in 1961, he was Congolese independent leader and first democratically elected leader of the Congo as prime minister, and played a fundamental role in the campaign to be free of Belgium. Malcolm X said that he was the greatest man who ever walked the African continent. When Lumumba first learned chess, he didn't get it. Just didn't get it. So one day, just clicked. And the same person that had been kicking his butt ended up crying when he kicked his. Ricky is very determined and a great friend to club members. And a comedian, kinda. I mean, he did do a routine about how he lost his routine, so I don't know if that counts.
Cool, that's what's up. Give our brother Ricky a round of applause for staying his team with us, eh? All right.
Funny, intelligent, creative.
I'm vice president of SKILLYCC Chess Club.
No, yeah.
It taught me like how nutrition, like to eat healthy and stuff, and like it taught me stuff that the school don't teach me. Teach me self-defense.
Nafis, club name Abasi, is vice president of the SKILLYCC Chess Club. I named him Abasi, which means stern in Swahili, because he's a stern young brother on a chessboard with them hands and intellect. He's an extremely intelligent and dangerous chess player, and the minute you slip, you done slipped. I'm just a black man living homage to the land that I lived in.
It just teach me like stuff in real life that like other people don't teach me in school, don't teach me and stuff like that. Help me become a better man, make better decisions and stuff. And yeah.
Skills, learn how to play chess better, use strategy. I've learned how to think before I do actions and say stuff, and I've learned how to become a better man. Chess helps you think and messes with your brain and stuff. To certain people that don't have patience, I wouldn't really recommend it, but the people that like thinking and challenges and stuff, I would recommend it because it helps with your brain. It helps you think faster on certain situations and stuff. Because we're trying to do something to change the community rather than all of us running in the streets, be out here playing chess, having fun on the board game.
Juice. Juice. Wait a minute, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let me tell you about the initial launch of the SKILLYCC Chess Club. I campaigned word of mouth and on social media for about a month and some change, and about 10 parents were interested in this idea of mentoring black boys via the game of chess. Oh wow, it's dope that you're doing this, blah blah blah, and only 4 kids showed, along with a volunteer that came once and never came back. Not too long after, Brother Ron came through and gave his time and expertise at the game of chess before leaving to join another program coaching youth football. But I'm still jumping the gun because before them both, there was Sister Nat with all the particulars.
I think what it was for me was, first of all, I was humbled that you shared that with me. And I'm pretty sure I was probably one of the first persons that knew about it when it came to it. So I was really humbled by that. And if there's something that I can help with, I'm game to do it. So I think you see colorfully. And I think where I came in at was the fine lines, the outline. Rules of engagement. You're dealing with children. Like, children need direction. They might not be able to articulate that, but when you look at children, they work well when they have structure, when they know the boundaries. My experiences with kids, when you let them know what it is and what it isn't, what it's going to be, what it has to be, typically they fall in line. When I came and did that class.
When you came to speak.
Yeah, like, it ultimately looked like what I envisioned. It sounded like what I envisioned. The young men, even when they spoke to me, I mean, kids are going to be kids, but I had an amazing time. I had an amazing time seeing them learn, seeing the little wheels turning. I'm not going to tell nobody don't do what they see, because if it was given to you, I think you should go for it. And if it doesn't work, you can't say you didn't try. And, you know, like I said, I thought chess club was awesome. So, rules of engagement. So you had to go on a field trip.
Right.
You know, that's the nurturer in the woman, you know. I'm thinking, if you're going to take these kids away, what would I want somebody to know about my child?
The first anniversary thing was when, remember those chess pieces?
Oh, wow.
I know I pissed you off.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Wow.
My ride deferred until the deity blesses me otherwise. I be that.
My name is James Jones. I am 11. I am the junior vice president of the SKILLYCC Chess Club. What I've learned is to always stay calm in a situation that might not look like it's going your way, but it still could. I was also shy when I joined the chess club. Like, I didn't talk to anybody, but now I think that I'm more social. I'm definitely more social than I was. My favorite piece on the board is probably the knight. I like how it can take different angles, and it brings more fear, kind of, where it's placed on the board. I see everybody at the SKILLYCC Chess Club as my family. I have told them stories that I didn't think I would tell anybody.
James, club name Jelani, Junior VP of the SKILLYCC Chess Club. Jelani is Swahili for mighty, and if you know him, you know exactly what I mean. Jelani was a shy kid, but not afraid to share his plight, making him an inspiration to others, including myself. With his permission, I'm about to play you a clip from my podcast, Hoodies, just to give you an example of his mental might.
I'm a person who appreciates my stepdad.
You appreciate your stepdad?
Why is that? Because my dad wasn't there.
Yeah. Okay. Like, do you know, like, you know what I mean, like your biological pop, if you don't mind me asking?
We're not as close as I want to be, but
you know who he is?
I know who he is.
Well, I mean,
because there was that one day where he was in town, And I think I was like 6, and we went to Chuck E. Cheese, and my mom, it was a surprise.
So that was 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Because you're 10 now, right? Yeah, okay.
And I think my mom said it was because I've been good, so I believed her.
You thought that he was there? Because
I didn't know he was there. I didn't know it was a surprise. Mm-hmm. So when I went there, my stepdad took me.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Jordan.
And then
chill, man. I mean, yeah.
And then I just saw this person with open arms, and I was like backing up, like, who is this?
Our relationship after the Chuck E. Cheese incident, like, what was it like after that?
It became better. I never really got to know him that well, but we visited a lot more.
Is he here in Virginia?
No, he lives in Orlando.
Orlando? Okay.
I wondered why, and I was angry at him before I heard the story. I was really angry.
You said the story?
Yeah, my mom told me how it happened.
It happened?
Why it happened.
Right. Okay. You mean like why he left, you mean? Mighty in real life, mighty on the chessboard. Granted, you had to be there to get the full scope of the conversation, but trust me, there was not one unemotional individual in the room. Thank you, James, for being an inspiration who inspired me to seek therapy to talk about some of my issues. Salute, Jelani. Salute.
I made new friends, and what I learned the most about the chess club is to always stay disciplined, is what I learned always at the chess club. Yeah, that's all I have. That's all I have. I don't have anything else.
I love myself. I love my people. We are black. We are royalty. I will walk with the swagger of a king. In the words of the Honorable Marcus Garvey, the black skin is not a badge of shame, but rather a glorious symbol of national greatness.
My name is Jal Quinn. I'm president of the chess club. I've been a member for about 3 years now, and I can honestly say it's been a big influence in my life. I have learned many things while I've been here. Learned brotherhood, cooperation, to how to be a team player. We've done many things here at SKILLYCC Chess Club. We learned how to meditate, how to be one with ourselves.
Meditate in the hood. Meditate.
We also learned self-defense. And one of the many things that we learned here at Skills Youth Chess Club is chess. We learned how to think 3 and 4 moves ahead, how to think analytically, and how to use our opponent's moves against them.
Ja Quinn, club name Shaka, president of the Skill Youth Chess Club. Shaka means fire because he's fire on the chessboard, fire in his outstanding leadership, fresh ideas, and self-discipline. Nice with his hands too, and I feel sorry for whoever pushes him over the edge. Shaka and Abasi are the elite players in the Skill Youth Chess Club. The two of them together make a dope team at keeping the group in line. And they're also challenged weekly for their spots as president and vice president. And Shaka's still on top. Right here, right? They're going to high school, so they're brushing their hair crazy. Oh, you're not brushing now?
I don't even have a brush.
Oh, you don't have a brush now?
No, I don't have a brush.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
I'm getting my change.
Oh, your change now? Remember that social media, that defunct social media website, Vine? A dope soul saw some things that I posted on there in reference to the chess club and made this clip for me. I was really humbled by that. Then it was crazy, more things started happening. I was fortunate enough to have clients and barbershop patrons and other associates that were interested in speaking with the group. Let's see, there was Brother Cooper, who spoke about marketing, investing, and economics in a way that youngsters could grab it. Then there was Officer Allen that came through and spoke about his experience as a kid from the south side of Chicago and his experience as a black cop now. Then there was the news reporter, Don Roberts. He was a news reporter who showed some love, and I gotta admit, I kind of thought a news story or some volunteers would come from that, but it didn't. We got some photo ops out of it. And let's see, there was Brother Ron, who taught an art class. Then there was Brother Wise.
Cucumbers.
Cucumbers.
Stop it. Hey. You know, when I think about the skills club, the chess club, it brings back some memories. You know, for me, you know, actually, I grew up in New York and had a single mom, and I actually stumbled upon chess myself in school, and I can say that it's had an impact on my thought process growing up. You know, knowing Rashidi for a long time. So when he started talking a little bit about this idea that he had, I thought it was pretty awesome. I knew I wanted to support it any way I can. So I've always kind of just thrown any kind of funds that I could help with the club if I had the time to come to the club. And it's been a pleasure to kind of see it progress over the years. One of the things I would say is that me and him would always go back in the barber chair. We always have our conversations about politics. We have our conversations about religion and, you know, about our community. That's the main conversation that we always had. And, you know, I have to say I'm proud of him to see him, you know, do something so impactful for the young guys in our community. And for me, it was an experience that he allowed me to have, a moment that I had with the young guys when I came through and did some cooking for them. Or not really cooking, just kind of do some preparation, talk a little bit about food and health, and to see their eyes light up, you know, excited to get the information. And for me, that actually made me hungry for doing it more. So, you know, to see him growing up, that was back in, I don't know, 2016. So here we are 3 years later. I go back and I look at these videos, and I'm looking at these young guys and how they're growing into men, and how this has played a part in that. Of course, me and Rashidi have our little what could we say, competition. Of course, I won, and because of my win, I was able to get some haircuts for about 90 days. So if I win this game, what is it now? I get what? I get what?
You get free haircuts for 90 days.
90 days. You know, I know he's loving this right now in this video. He's probably getting really mad that I'm bringing it up. Like, let's put it on the website, yo.
Won't nobody in here beat me.
Yo. Anyways, you know, I will say this. You know, happy anniversary to the club. I'm looking forward to being there when you guys celebrate. And I want to thank you, Rashidi, for letting me be a part of it and be able to put my input and, you know, anything that I can do in the future. I'm here. You already know it, bro.
So yeah, the rematch happens, and of course the results were totally different.
I lost the same way he lost the first time. I'll take the L like he took the L. So now we tied.
We're tied.
Defend yourself. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Defend it. Put your guard up. Defend yourself. 1, 2.
Hello, my name is Dakari, and I'm 7 years old, and I love Skills because it's almost my favorite place to go to, and I make lots of friends at Skills too, and we have to get good at chess because Brother Rashidi always teach me chess when I first got here, and well, I feel kind of shy against people, and no, I'm not shy anymore. I'm good at chess, and I can almost put everybody in checkmate, and I'm stepping my level up to go against hard people. Like Brother Rashidi, vice presidents, and people that's goes hard on people. What I really want to see is, well, all of us go to another future. We could go to rebounders on our field trip, and or Serge or
Dakari, club name Kondo, which means mighty warrior in Kiswahili. Mighty warrior because by him being the youngest member in the club, he has taken his share of butt whippings on the chessboard. And just like he said, he can almost put everybody in check now. A pawn that makes his way to the opposite side of the battlefield is promoted to either a queen, bishop, a rook, or a knight. Said pawn survives to be mighty, a mighty warrior.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 2, 2. 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Throw on. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice.
Jeremiah. Jordan.
Okay, tell us about your experience in the Skill Youth Chess Club.
How to play chess, how to move the pieces, and like doing boxing a little bit.
My favorite experience is the chessboard and the trash talking. And like it's like the funniest thing. And my favorite piece is the queen because you can move any space. You can move this or this or this and that. It's really cool to be able to skill.
Jordan and Jeremiah, club names Tabia and Saka. Tabia is Swahili for one of good character. Saka, Swahili for hunter. Tabia is a youngin' with great energy and is so ambitious that he becomes overzealous at winning, he has a tendency to move pieces extra squares to seal a win. He's working on it and becoming what his name truly means chess-wise. Saka is exactly what the name means, a hunter. He's made it more than clear that he's after everybody's spot. Must get it from his own man who you've seen in a few clips, including with me on the bus to the Million Man March. Brother Kenta was the first to bring the concept of self-defense to the club. He even had me in there throwing them hands.
Cross. Give me a 1, 2, go. 1, 2, nice. 1, 2, nice. 1, 2, 1. Oh! Got some power behind it. Come on. There. Cross.
He did better than you.
Oh, look at him. 1, 2. 1, 2, 2.
He defended all of it. My hammer.
I thought he was defending that thing over there.
That's my hammer always.
2, 2. 1, 2.
Man, listen, funding for the Skill Youth Chess Club was no easy feat. I invested in a boatload of hotel discount cards, selling them at $20 a pop that would give buyers $200 off their hotel stay at select hotels. Man, I couldn't give them things away. Then I thought, ads, using the very black boys that I mentor and counsel in the chess club.
You make a bad decision. When you make a bad decision, there are consequences. This is what I have learned from chess. My name is Brother Savion from the Skill Youth Chess Club. Donate today. Later.
Hi, my name is Julie, aka Akin, and what I learned about the chess club is respect, and that respect is paramount, and I learned more history about Virginia and African Americans. Can you please donate today?
So I noticed that it was starting to work, so then I started doing them. Ads. Donate today to the Skill Youth Chess Club. Stop talking and get involved. Volunteers needed, so sign up today. So the light bulb is still going off. Next thing you know, I'm on my podcast and I'm plugging us in. It's the mentoring program specifically designed for black boys. If you'd like to make a donation to the Skill Youth Chess Club, you can do so by going to paypal.me/skillthebarbershop. Or if Cash App works better for you, that's cash.me/$SKILLYCC. I probably don't have to do the cash.me part, do I? But anyway, I did. All donations are accepted, of course. However, $20 and better receives a free gift. $103 grand up in the headspace. Still got up in dead space. Wonder why you don't move. Who else could pay your dues? Yo, you Donations started coming in via PayPal. I had a donation jug in the shop, and next thing you know, we went from wooden chess sets on dinner stands to chess mats and bigger chess pieces, chess clocks, chess club tees, and very expensive bubble vests. That wasn't really a good idea because when certain members stopped attending the club, they left with the vests. And even if they didn't take them, I had it embroidered, so there was nothing I could really do with them anyway.
No self. You worry about G.
Now I can cop books for the club to teach, like The Boy Who Grew Up to Become Malcolm X and The Haitian Revolution. I even taught some Swahili. Not that I speak it fluent, but what I learned, I then teach. Imagine the feeling of watching a chess club member teach their parents what you taught them.
I'm teaching my mom Swahili. Now, we're gonna do a conversation real quick. Now, here it goes. Jumbo.
Jumbo.
Habari ya mchana.
Hello, my name is Robert Arrington, part of the Skills Youth Chess Club, and I'm 17 years old. I've attended for about a year. I think we can call it a year. Yeah, almost a year. And here we learn how to play the game of life. It's not just a simple game of chess. This has changed me as a person. Helps me. It's a zen. It's a zen in my life. I'm happy to be here with my brothers. I educate myself on black culture, more of it, because previously, before I met any of these guys, I used to think it was beneath me. We had a couple of trips. We had times of fellowship. We had our challenges, our ups and downs. But we're here for each other. So, my favorite piece. It is I want to say either the rook or the queen. The rook normally, just because I bait my enemy with I use, of course, my pawns to bait my enemies, and then I take them out with my rook.
Robert, club name Mbwana, Swahili for master. I named him Mbwana because his thinking is on another level. Versed in aviation, robotics, and of course chess, he seems to also have a hold on mastering himself. I haven't had the chance to play him on the battlefield, but I'm sure his style of play is as unique as his style. This is a cool young brother who is comfortable being him.
You're that 35-year-old man
right.
That's coming here for no reason. Everyone's questioning.
Pawn.
Because I don't want you to.
Come on, man. You need to tighten up.
Right.
Pick the queen up. And that pawn right there. Okay. Knight. Rook. Bishop. Pawn. Queen. Bishop. Knight. Pawn. Alright, let's do it.
My name is Matthew and I'm part of the Skill Youth Chess Club. And my experience here has been great with meeting all the guys, Aiden, Brother Rashidi.
Okay, go ahead.
And it's like so fun being here with all the guys. They're teaching me chess, like the way they're playing, the way that they move, and I just want to make every moment with all you guys because this is what's very important for me. I've learned that I can't let my anger get the best of me and yelling at everybody else. I just let that happen just because of the game. It's just a game, not like it's end of the world or championship or something like that.
Matthew, club name Musa, Swahili for saved from water. Musa, when first joining the club, was very sensitive, and those emotions would manifest themselves in the form of tears. Those tears, or water as they flowed, are now saving Musa from holding in all that hurt and what still hurts him. He's now getting out of his way of his development as a young man and a formidable chess player.
1 2 1 2 test 1 2.
Okay, so you go to the classroom and then you meet. There we go. Let's get to the meeting.
In the barbershop, there's lots of opinions, perspectives, and beliefs and such. But one that sticks out no matter how long ago it was spoken of is, yo, Rod, you can't talk to them boys downtown like you do these ones here. These nerds, they ain't gonna buck back like them boys downtown. Listen, I don't care where a kid is from. Disappointment is disappointment. Hurt is hurt. Being let down is being let down. Being abandoned, be it physically or emotionally, is being abandoned. A kid who's considered a thug suffers from the same mental warfare that a kid who's considered to be a nerd suffers from. Keeping it real and consistent applies to every kid.
Right. Truth be told, most adults are full of it. That's the truth. I'm not saying go home and say, you know what, Ma, you're full of crap. Okay? You're full of it, and I'm tired of it, Ma. Always respect your parents.
That's an instant death wish.
Yeah, and it's good that you know that. Like when you hear an adult say something, like just be like, okay, all right. And then from that moment, I mean, I don't care if it's like multiple adults, like taking account of what each of them say that they're about. And then every time you're around them, pay attention to them. Don't say nothing.
Like I said, keeping it real and keeping it consistent applies to every kid. And you want to know where I learned that? I learned that from your kid.
I feel like them saying, calling us the N-word with the R as disrespect, us calling them cracker, that's disrespecting them equally.
No, but okay, all right. You said,
They don't control it.
right, you're saying that they can say nigga, but can't say nigger, right? So what if you say cracker instead of cracker?
That's it.
Action. Hello, my name's Aiden. I really like the SKILLYCC Chess Club, and I like playing chess. I'm glad that Mr. Rashidi taught me. And I really like playing chess. I play it when I don't have anything to do, and also when I'm like coming here every Saturday, it's really fun. And I really like hanging out with my brothers, and yeah, it's fun. To think a couple of steps ahead and things like that, and also every move has consequences. Consequences. Every move has consequences, and yeah, it's really nice.
Aiden, club name Sefu, which means sword in Swahili. That name is fitting because Sefu, being such a big burst of energy, if he could harness all that and add a listening and thinking element to the self, he could cut through his opponents and be a cut above the rest of them. I would never encourage him to dumb down his energy. I would, however, encourage him to use it, cut his way through.
Sheesh. When you're in chess, it's all about thinking and strategy. So you see how, the pieces right here is your army. The most powerful are the pawns. Sure, they might not be, powerful looking enough, but when they get to the other side, when you lost a piece, like I have this rook, and when it gets to the other side, rook again. Well, chess has done many things for me. It helped me, when you do something, you have to take the responsibility for that. It helped me, make better decision making. I'm done.
Jamal, club name Zakia, Swahili for intelligent. You hear it in his approach to the game of chess. Very intricate. A lot of moving parts going on in that noodle. That name is especially fitting to this young brother and would be an even better fit once he translates that into an effective strategy.
How y'all doing? My name is Jamel Mathis. I am a father and volunteer at the chess club here at Skill. Some of the things that drove me to participate here was the camaraderie and the support that Brother Rashidi has done for these young men that are here at tonight and before I even got here. I like to say that it's something that we're missing in our community, where we have places where our kids can go that are safe, where they can communicate with each other, get to learn one another, and be in a positive environment. I remember back in the day when I was coming up, we had community centers. You don't see too many of those nowadays, and I think that's by design. But we can't constantly ask people to help us. We have to do it ourselves. And Brother Rashidi's doing a tremendous job here, and I wish to bring more. Sorry. Brother Rashidi's doing a tremendous job here, and I'm here to help him facilitate what we're doing now, which is helping young men come together in a positive environment and be each other's, I guess, guardians, to look out for each other. The movies and videos and the music they listen to, they're always seeing each other tearing each other down and one trying to step on top of the other. So at least here, we're here to help them understand how to properly communicate with each other, how to communicate effectively amongst themselves and to others, and to analyze their decisions that they make. You know, they understand cause and effect. Chess is a great equalizer in understanding how to make certain decisions and make sacrifices for an end goal. So I like to bring more awareness to more programs like this that Brother Rashidi created himself in his own barbershop. Well, the same young men hair he cuts, they actually come in, and we're able to get how we used to back in the day. The barbershop was like a sacred place for us back in the day. That was where we came and exchanged ideas. We did politics. We went over a variety of things that we used to in the black community that I don't see much anymore now. You don't see too many barbershops where we're sitting down talking about those key things that made a community a community. So I'm very glad to be here and happy that he's doing this, and I wish to continue working with him and bring more awareness to other parents that may wish to volunteer and looking for something to do with their kids. Hopefully we can expand this to young girls and then have two groups, one for boys, and then maybe someone can start a salon and have little girls at their salon, you know, but it has to start somewhere. So I want to say, again, this is Jamal Mathis, and I'm very happy to be able to volunteer for something as great as Skills Chess Club.
Club name Mansa, Swahili for king, because he's a royal thinker with royal concepts. And he ain't scared to tell these young lions what time it is, and that's exactly what I need here. He's a disciplinarian that has no qualms about issuing laps, push-ups, planks, or flutter kicks. Word.
Who you were chosen?
Not turning because he was far back in the day.
Okay, they both was now see they both were pastors. Did everybody know that?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what made him a better revolutionary than Martin Luther King?
I say Martin Luther King because he wanted to fight peacefully instead of war.
And a lot of people got hurt with his peaceful marching and peaceful protesting.
He's established a great rapport with the group, and most importantly, he's gained their trust and respect, traits of a dope counselor. I must say we make a great team, and with Mansa, being great is not an option, it's a standard. Word.
One after the other. So it's key to make sure you guys keep your health mentally and physically intact, and your spiritual health intact. Know when there's negative energy around and know how to get out of it. All right, this ain't a good situation. Your body, trust me. Y'all may think y'all don't know, y'all are very intelligent. Your body and your brain tells you when something bad is about to happen. Your goal is to listen to yourself. You hanging out with some boys, they grab some rocks, they throw them at a house. Automatically, your brain is telling you,
I should not be here.
Is this worth?
Is this worth this little bit of fun they're having, or am I going to get in trouble? Which is the key of a master. If you want to be an actual chess player, that's what you want to be able to manipulate the battlefield that you're on at any point in time of what you're doing. And chess is everything.
Over these last 4 years, a lot of young brothers have come through and been a part of the fold. A lot didn't stay. Some left on not so good terms due to the enforced rules. Some relocation, some to organize sports. Some just simply got what they needed and moved on. For some, it just simply wasn't for them. Some of them, once the club grew, no longer felt the closeness that comes with being a part of a small group and may have felt that they lost me. If any of these young brothers ever wanted to rejoin, they could be voted back in. But the Skill Youth Chess Club is not going nowhere. We'll still meet up, we'll still have our annual shindigs, still giving out awards, still celebrating black youth. If you've been watching this, you may have been asking yourself, where are the parents? How's there a documentary about black boys and the parents ain't in it? Well, the parents ain't in it because this is for the parents. Think of this as me sharing my photo album with all of you. To thank you for trusting my vision, for trusting me with your sons' minds. We're in this together. I got you. This is the Skill Youth Chess Club.
To all my hungry, homeless children of the world, there will be a song delivered in perfect unison for you on Judgment Day. Death is our closest companion. Comfort is on the way. We all know how to pray because our demons creep out every day. We know that many of our children are lost, yet all our wealth could never pay the cost. Broken crystal spills from eyelids. He hurts because of what she did. She gave her version of
you have to look at the camera now. My name is Nafis, and
What am I supposed to? You asked him a question. You said.
I really didn't. I just turned the camera on.
My name is Nafis._UG.
No, wait.
You need a minute? Need to get it together?
Yeah.
How about we do it again after we serve? Let your nerves calm down. It's funny when the camera come on, right? It's different. All right, test, 1 2 1 2. Test, and speak, Jacqueline.
Test 1 2. JG Spice in the building, you heard?
My name is Matthew Moore, and I'm a part of the Youth Skill Chess Club.
Okay, stop right there. So tell us about your experience in the Skill Youth Chess Club.
Alright.
I can edit all that out.
Yeah.
Or edit.
12, 13.
What's your name, sir?
My name is James.
And you're what?
James Jones.
AKA what?
Documentary flow. Never done this before, but I'm getting it done. I'm gonna do it. So, let's get the mic out the camera.
I am not new to pain, but I have lived through enough to respect its name.